Yep. So what are you looking for here on Sky Temple?
So we've seen a tendency to prefer Lucio on Party Bush. So I'm guessing that Lucio will be a ban or it'll be a pick. And we've seen the tendency for the team to kind of prefer those globals. Falstead's been picked both games. Lucio, etc. So we'll see if that's what they have. Rag on this map isn't as strong. He's still good. So we'll see if they let Rag flow through and see if that's something that ends up happening.
Yeah, I would be looking to see that first ban to Haka here.
Mhm.
He's been after that first game. I don't see how you could let him play again here.
Yeah, and Dahako. And there's that instant Lucio show. They're tired of dealing with Lucio. And yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you on Dahaka. Dahaka is really strong on this map because the bushes are right next to the objective. So you never have a problem getting to the objective, and you can split so well with Dahaka. So I would expect to see a Dahaka early ban. Maybe let Rag slip through and just get that Dahaka out of the way so you don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And there we go, seeing that Dahaka ban come out
Yeah,
of Party Bush.
the Lucio Dahaka is something we figured would happen. They do go with the Malf, and Malf, worked good last game. He kind of forced some silences, but he was definitely not the reason for the loss last game. So early Malf picked up.
Yeah, Malfurion has been really highly contested throughout this entire series so far, so I'm not surprised to see that pick up. We do have Kel'Thas and ETC coming out on the side of Party Bush. I'm a fan of it. ETC is just all around great warrior. They've been getting really good slide throughs, and KT gives you that follow up damage that you really need.
Yeah, and ETC with Malf is so good that you don't want them to get that. So I think taking the ETC is good. And KT was really strong on Trog Squad game one. So getting the KT, just on your team, knowing that KT is a strong hero, it stops Trog Squad from getting it, and then you get it. So I think that's good. And he's really good zoning at this map too. You may even see a Pyroblast come out just because of how strong Pyroblast is against Malf, since Malf doesn't have that big heal to keep somebody alive that gets targeted with it.
Yep, and that could also force Malfurion into taking that ice block as well.
Yeah.
And then we see that Varian and Falstead pick up on the side of Trog Squad. I am a fan of the Falstead pickup here. Just priority on the global presence there by picking him up. And then Varian, just the all around good warrior. Most likely going to go taunt in this situation.
Yeah, and Varian, I was surprised Varian went taunt in the last one, but they made it work well, so that's good. But yeah, Varian just a really strong tank, really powerful, and then Falstead with the globals on this map. When you know that Dahaka's not on the map, that gives you the power to have the globals, and they don't. So very good job. And we see a Murden ban, which is kind of surprising, and a Brightwing ban. So the Murden ban really surprised me. No one's gone Murden. They already have a Varian. Murden syncs okay with Varian, but it's not something you normally go with Varian because he doesn't have the damage. So that it is surprising to see a Murden ban out of that team when I don't think you need to be worried about that.
Yeah, I completely agree. Murden is a solid warrior, but he isn't really prevalent in the meta right now. And then we do have the Brightwing ban on the side of Trog Squad, which I really like, trying to limit the hero pool that Party Bush is able to pick from, getting that Lucio ban first and the Brightwing ban after they picked up their own Malfurion.
Yeah, and I think the Brightwing ban just says, hey, we have the global, no one else will. You can go with ETC global, but that's going to be out. We do see a Ragnaros Artanis picked up for the side of Party Bush, and this hopefully the Ragnaros players learned a little bit, and he'll go probably Q build on this, and then Artanis is just a solid pickup. He's just a really good hero right now, but that does leave you with a lot of melee.
I do really like the Anubarak pickup here on the side of Trog Squad. He is the anti-mage tank, and just being able to get in there and shut down that Kel'Thas is going to be huge, since that's the majority of the damage that's going to be coming out from Party Bush.
Yeah, I would not be surprised at all to see Anubarak go in and just web wrap KT while they fight 4v5. Because KT will be so far back in the line that I don't think anyone will remember to knock him out of that cocoon. And you can just kind of clean up the rest of their team while that's happening.
Yep, and I also really like the Malfurion Jaina combination. Being able to land those roots with the Blizzard just right on top of it is devastating.
Yeah, and I think just that you have Varian slow into taunt, into roots, into Jaina combo, into Falstad. So you have a lot of blow up potential from those heroes. And Rhaegar, I would expect Rhaegar to go Ancestral and just kind of counteract that and do. You'll probably see a cleanse Ancestral almost immediately on anyone that gets caught in that combo. And we do see the Rhaegar pickup, which is probably one of your best healers left after the bans and stuff. So Rhaegar is a great healer. He's fast, he's mobile, and that chain heal is going to be good at just kind of keeping everybody alive with the Ancestral on their main group. So,
all right, Cody, you want to go ahead and introduce the blue team while we have a pause here?
Yeah, we have Donison on Varian, Shoddy Manager on Anubrak, Murderface on Malfurion, Scotty the Kid on Falstad, and there's that Lemonades on Jaina.
And then over on the side of Party Bush at your mom's house, we have Twinkie Talon on Artanis with the DC. We got Talon on the Ragnaros, Scathar on the Kalthos, Shamhat on the Rhaegar, and Kojo Max 99 on that ETC.
We'll see how this early matchup goes. I think this fight definitely at lower levels favors Trog squad, just because Jaina's so strong at early damage that they probably this 5v5 is definitely something I don't think Party Bush wants to take, but we'll see what they end up doing here. No, I'm looking at level 1 talents, nothing too crazy coming out. We do see Block Party coming out of ETC, which I don't think is horrible, but with Falstad going Gathering Storm build, Block Party might be something that's not going to do as much value as you think it or you want it to.
Yeah,
but
I
still
agree.
don't think it's hard to pick up.
I think I would have liked to see Prog Rock out of ETC, but yeah, it's not a terrible pickup. That's not going to be detrimental to the game or anything.
Yeah, they do get a swap on a Nubrak, but he's able to easily burrow out and keep himself alive. So no harm, no foul there.
Yeah, but good zoning roots by Malfurion, just stopping them from chasing.
Yeah, I completely agree.
The Nubrak.
Yeah, so they don't really have anyone that can lane against Ragnaros bottom. Nubrak will probably be the one to go, but he'll have a hard time fighting off Rag bottom. Varian will definitely have a hard time. So I'm scared for Varian.
Yeah, Varian really does struggle, even though you see him end up solo laning a lot, since you usually pick him up as that second warrior. He does really struggle in the solo lane early game.
We'll see Jaina come down pretty early to help him out, which I think is a good day. But ETC,
we have an
the
ETC and a KT coming in here, trying to get onto that Jaina, but they are able to escape.
Yeah, really good rotation down though, and just getting that pressure on. They're putting a lot of pressure. They're getting good rotations early on for Party Bush, just to kind of show that, hey, we're here. We're not messing around. We know we lost game 1, but that's not who we are. We're gonna bring the pain this game. The shrines will spawn, and we see a 4-man rotation to this mid shrine for Party Bush.
We do have Ragnaros staying bottom though, so this could be interesting. I'd like to see Trog squad engage here at the mid temple.
Yeah, they have the stuns. They have the lockdown. I'm surprised they haven't engaged. Falstad just gets to fly down and engage on this.
Yep. That Blizzard coming out a little bit early, unable to sync up with the Malfurion roots there.
They're still staying in here. Trog squad, you do notice, is getting kind of low. They got to be careful. I'm surprised Falstad has not flown in yet to bring that extra damage and finish these kills off.
Yeah, both teams getting really low, just pushing back and forth, trading out these temple shots here. And
yeah,
no one has touched the top temple yet.
Yeah, I think Falstad needs to rotate into this fight and give them the advantage. Like, Falstad could be getting kills right here and cleaning this up.
I completely agree. Ragnaros is getting even more value bottom. I think he's already on the well. And yeah. ETC getting very low here, but Anubrak is spread out or separated out, and he does fall.
Yeah, You have the global, you got to use it. Like, Falstead just staying top and pushing is not going to get you near as much value that either getting on the temple would or engaging those 5 would. So that's super surprising how they played that. I think it was a mistake by Trog Squad, definitely.
And the trade between Ragnaros and Falstead was not on the favorable side for Falstead. Ragnaros made it through the entire wall bottom and took out that well, which is going to be huge for the second temple phase.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think that was, this has got Party Bush almost a full level ahead because of you have the global. You got to use this Falstead. We'll see if they get an engage here. It looks like it's going to be content on soaking and letting this whole tempo go to Party Bush.
Yeah, keeping Jaina in that mid lane. She is able to get onto that well, though, so she'll be able to take that down. Giving them a little bit of advantage in that mid lane. But yeah, I still would have liked to see him try to engage up onto this shrine. Just Party Bush at your mom's house, able to get so much value from this first temple phase.
Yeah, I completely agree. And even though they were able to split lane and soak near the end, Trog Squad is still down half a level. And they've lost that bottom, everything on bottom, that temple is going to get, right away, it's going to knock that fort down, so.
And we have Ragnaros just beating down on Anubrak in the bottom lane here.
Yeah. Rag is He probably has enough for maybe one more Q. There it is. But he's able to get the globe, and that should refresh his mana enough. Anubrak's got to be careful because he is getting low. Good
slide through onto that Varian, but not enough follow-up, and the Jaina Malfurion able to lock down that ETC in the Blizzard. Puts out a ton of damage onto him.
And Varian does go charge cooldown, which, I mean, it makes sense when you have that blow-up. All their damage is magical damage. I mean, Artanis, I guess you have, so your parry could come into use here without having to have the shield wall, but we'll see if that bites him later on, is that he can't avoid the damage from KT or Ragnaros.
Yeah, I would have really liked to see the parry cooldown there, or
yeah, shield wall. Yeah.
Shield wall picked up, especially if I would be looking to have KT go Pyroblast here for sure, knowing that he doesn't have that invulnerable.
Yeah, I would completely agree. He can Power Blast anyone but Anubrak, and he will get value. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that at all. Real good camp timing by Party Bush. They're getting the camps right before the shrine should be spawning soon, and no one for the side of Trog Squad has started the other camp yet.
Yep, and we do see a Q build coming out from Ragnaros this game, learning that
you must have listened, right?
Yeah, learning that Meteor build just didn't cut it in that first game they played.
Yeah, and I think Q build against their team, you're gonna have a lot of people in melee range. That Q's gonna splash extremely well, so I think Q build's really good here.
Yep, and we do see Falstead staying in that top lane. Great slide through by ETC, able to secure that Jaina kill after she gets down a good Blizzard.
Yeah, swap and a slide through. She was not going to get out of there. And with that Falstead still top, which is they're going to win this advantage. Trog Squad or Party Bush has just got to take the shrine, take this advantage, get to 10 really quick, and they won't be able to contest you at that Jaina kill.
Yeah, I would like to see them just sit on this temple, get it, pick up that level 10 advantage, try to take a fight real quick, and then go for boss maybe.
Ooh, a good swap on Malf. And Malf should drop if they can line it up. Good roots down by Malf, and Varian just zoning so well. Varian just saving Malf's life, man. Murderface, you owe Donison some milk after this or something. You got to buy that guy a drink.
That was a very good self-casted roots there by Malfurion, though, to lock them down, able to get out of there. Ooh, we see Lava Wave picked up by Ragnaros. How do you feel about that?
With Falstead on the map, I think that is gonna come to bite them in the end. I mean, they're winning. They're winning the engages right now. They're doing really well. But now, without having that Sulfurous Smash in team fights, you've just limited yourself a huge amount. I think that team fights.
I completely agree with you. I think Sulfurous Smash is a very powerful ult to have, especially in the middle of a team fight, and they're gonna be missing that.
Yeah, and I think the idea behind Lava Wave is that split push when you're soaking like a lane bottom or something. But Falstead can just fly up and clear that instantly because he's Q build. He'll instantly clear any wave that they do. So Ragnaros learned a little bit, but I think he might have made a misstep with that lava wave. We'll see if it comes to bite him here. I think it could.
Other than that, we can see pretty standard ults coming out. Sad to see that Phoenix instead of the Pyroblast from KT. It looks like they're setting up a gank here on the Falstead. Let's see if they're able to get it. Good swap by Artanis, lift, and the follow-up stun. Able to secure that kill.
You saw Falstead go wind up for the gust, but the slide through just stunned him out from it casting. So really good job by Party Bush to do that. They did. They were in the bush and they were throwing a party. That's how they must have got their name, right?
Yeah,
Party Bush.
Must be. And I do like the Anubrak going straight for the other team's camp, invading there as soon as you see them all top. But it looks like they are taking a little bit too long. But he's able to get it. And this is a fight that Trog Squad does not want to take.
Yeah, really good damage out, but Anubrak does get the web, so it is a 4v4 right now, but they break out that Ragnaros pretty quickly.
Oh, that ETC falling, though.
Yeah, Falstad was able to fly back in and make that a 5v5 near the end, so really good job by Anubrak webbing the Ragnaros, making that fight a 4v4. And they still, if you notice that whole time, Camp was throwing rocks at them, doing that little bit of extra damage they needed to get those kills. So,
yep. And then we see the lava wave bottom.
Yeah, and that Sulfur Smash would have made that fight a whole lot different.
Yeah, especially through that tight quarter. Could have hit multiple people with it and just turned that entire team fight.
Yeah, and the big thing about Lava Wave too, it doesn't kill the camps. So the camps were still at 3/4 of health, just pushing on the keep. So. We'll see they'll just choose to trade out shrines here. Party Bush is pretty far ahead on structures, but Trog Squad is slowly closing the gap because of the ability to win those team fights. Or win that last team fight, rather. It's pretty standard. They're just focusing on boss. You might see a boss sneak here or some kind of pressure to bait them into coming down, thinking that they're on boss. But it looks like Trog Squad is going to take the ability just to go for this camp and maybe put some pressure down here.
Yep, I wonder if they're going to be able to recognize this and maybe even jump on that boss.
Yeah, I don't think they have an idea unless Falstad pops out. Oh, they do see Falstad. The minions see Falstad, so they know where they're at if they're paying attention.
And they immediately jump onto the boss. This might be too late, though, seeing that camp already taken.
Yeah, and you will see, man, it's going to be a slow take. If Falstad rotates down, they can gust them and contest this boss, but they're not even coming. You would expect them to know that, unless they're content.
It looks like they're going to trade keep wall, maybe even go for the keep for the boss here.
Yeah, and Ragnaros can just back and stop them from doing that. So this is it's a risky play. If they're able to kill boss before it can get down the bottom wall and keep, I think they'll be okay, or the bottom keep rather. And I think they'll be able to do that, but they might take in a little extra damage here that they shouldn't have if they would rotate that boss and were able to steal it.
Yeah, I do really like that play to back out. As soon as you see the boss captured, just making sure that they're able to get out of there before they're able to rotate up on them.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think they could have taken boss and probably won that team fight. So I'm surprised they didn't rotate down immediately.
I agree. I would have liked to see him come down and try to get at that Falstad Gust to steal the boss.
Yeah, completely agree. And you do see now Party Bush is in a very awkward spot.
That is a great roots and a silence coming out. The Gust able to isolate Ragnaros out in front, and Anubrak just wreaking havoc on the back line and able to back out of there.
KT is still at full health though. But their team is slowly dropping. Rhaegar should drop here if they get a good focus from Anubrak.
Nope, great peel by ETC, able to get Rhaegar out of there.
Anubrak running for his life.
Yeah, coming back in,
He knew what he was doing. He kept baiting them with his ability to do that.
Yup, kept ETC there just long enough for Varian to come in with that taunt.
Yeah, another time where Sulfurous Smash probably would have secured you 2 kills there. And that Lava Wave instead, does nothing. I mean, we'll have to keep talking about it because that's what's going to happen. Those team fights, you're going to just be down that advantage of having a Sulfurous Smash to mass stun 2 or 3 people.
Yep, and the last, he used Lava Wave mid last time, and the wave isn't even pushed out past half.
Yeah, I would like to see Party Bush go down bottom here and just take the keep. would fly their top shrine, but it looks like they're gonna get the camps and they'll start rotating down, but it might be too late now. If he can get a swap here, okay. Ooh, too early of a swap on Jaina, and she'll be able to get away. He just threw that swap out a little too early.
Yep, and it looks like we are gonna have a Nubarak try to go and finish off this keep top. While. Ooh, that was a great pickup on Jaina.
Yeah, this lava wave is coming bottom, so if any of the heroes stay in range, it's gonna die. Varian does get caught.
Rhaegar getting so low from that Phoenix, but able to survive barely.
Yeah.
And that is the first hero damage we have seen from that lava wave.
Yeah, and it did take him down about 1/5 of his health bar, so
and we see that Molten Core from Ragnaros coming out, getting that Malfurion stun. Unable to follow up on that stun, though, so we'll just see a little bit of damage come out of here from Ragnaros.
And I think Party Bush has to be careful here. They're getting a little deep on this, and this could be really bad for them.
Oh, great Ancestral onto that ETC. Able to keep him alive when it looked like he was going to fall. But Malfurion goes a little too deep and dies from that Artanis.
Yeah, and they do get a kill out of it, but I think it could have been, they could have just backed out and they already got what they wanted. They didn't need to stay there any longer.
I agree. I think that was a good trade for the side of Trog squad, evening up that experience, actually taking a little bit of a lead here with that kill pickup.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that really Trog squad did a really good job at getting the top keep while they were losing bottom. They knew they would probably lose bottom from the push they had, so they get the top keep in the process. But this is here's the one time Lava Wave really shines, is that you can Lava Wave the lane that's pushing with the catapults, and you can keep it de-pushed. So you don't have to ever back to clear it. You can just do that Lava Wave and kind of flush it out every minute and a half and reset the lane.
Yeah, that is the one good thing about Lava Wave.
Yeah, I mean, Sulfur Smash, I still think in every fight we've watched would have been more beneficial, but Lava Wave does have a little bit of usefulness now, in the fact there's lane pushed. We will see maybe see an engage. It looks like Trog squad is positioning for an engage. We do see the Lava Wave go mid.
We do have Party Bush leaving their Party Bush here.
Yeah.
Oh, great web onto that Kalthas. Ooh, little mix up there with the Ring of Frost and the Gust, pushing him right out of it.
Yeah, they're so split on their damage. Trog's Party Bush has to be careful. Their damage is not being focused at all. Trog squad same way. Trog squad's getting low, but okay, so both teams just not focusing down on one target, negating everybody to 10%. Gotta be careful.
And they will just back out and reset here after every ultimate has been cast.
Yeah, Taunt is the only thing back up, and Suppression Pulse is almost back up also. Varian getting kind of deep. So
great swap on Malfurion there. He went deep for that, traded his life, but I think that is worth it to get that healer down.
Yeah, I think the healer's big, but they got to be careful still though. Nubrak and Varian are really strong even without a healer.
Yeah, so especially with that Jaina follow-up damage.
Yeah, and Gust is almost back up. Good Jaina, they're getting caught in a corner. This is not where they want to be with the Nubrak. Just bouncing up.
Not at all. Ragnaros is able to take down 2 heroes. That is the power of that Q build. Able to keep him alive there. But this is... Alright, that Gust to disengage. That was not looking good for Jaina.
Yeah, and this is interesting. They have 3 catapults bottom pushing that might get to core here in a second. Put some damage on it. But they should be able to secure this middle temple.
And we don't see either of the heroes that are up backing, and it's going to be 7 seconds until Malfurion is able to get down there.
Yeah,
so we might see a little bit of core damage.
Looks like the minions are going to be able to probably clean this up, but... are we going to get a little percentage of damage? Are we? Nope, they'll save it. Malfurion will save it. But in the meantime, Party Bush is able to capture that shrine middle and do some real damage and probably get another keep down here. It's going to be close. It's going to finish that tower off and maybe get part of the keep. We'll see the shrine just keep being taken by Party Bush. I think Trog Squad's doing a good job. They need to soak 20, get 20, and then try to take an engage. Maybe to have a, a fight here mid would probably be the best bet, or fight here at boss and see what happens. We do see Cold Snap taken for Jaina, which is something you normally don't see with that ability to take Ice Block at that level. Trying to see if there's any Death Metal is coming out for ETC, which is pretty normal. Demoralizing Shout, fine. Rewind, also a good talent. So just pretty basic talents. Epic Mount and Cold Snap. Cold Snap's the only weird one, but we'll see if that plays advantage because they have been stacking up pretty heavily.
Yep, and we do see that heroic difficulty coming out from Ragnaros, so that's just going to give him a little bit extra damage and extra time on that trade.
Yeah, I was surprised not to see double Flame Wave.
Yeah,
double Flame Wave.
I mean, he's going like half split push, and then half team fight with his alt and level 20 talents. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Yeah, I think heroic difficulty is the right thing to go, but if you're gonna go Flame Wave, just go all in, man. Flame Wave all day. I'm surprised he didn't. So this boss is where it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a fight here at this boss at some point. I'm not sure when we'll see it. He has Lava Wave coming up in 50 seconds to push that top wave back down. Oh, Ragnaros does get caught out, but his Q build gets a lot of healing, and he gets Ancestral. Really good job.
Great stage dive by ETC to get in there, dealing all that damage. Anubrak getting very low, the Gust disengage, and everyone is able to get out, except for that Jaina who fell in the middle of that fight.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing at Ragnaros, if you stack up on his Q build with all 4 of those talents, he is going to heal more damage than you can do. You've got to focus someone else.
I would have liked to see them immediately go for boss there after disengaging. They were mostly full health and full mana, up a hero, knowing Gust is down.
Yeah, I think what they have to do is they have to web wrap Ragnaros and then jump on either KT or Rhaegar. Like trying to jump on Ragnaros, he just with his Q is just too much. You're not going to be able to deal the DPS through that with all 5 of you guys stacked on him.
Yep, they even caught him out a little bit, but the full engage from ETC and Artanis was just a little bit too much.
To be honest, I think you let them boss here and you finish that shrine and win the game.
I actually agree with you. I would have just split, went to both shrines, done as much damage as you can. But we do have Artanis getting on that Falstead. Ugh, just barely getting out. And that early Gust blown to just try to save Varian's life.
Yeah, Anubrak is in a weird spot right now, but...
It looks like this boss is going to be able to go to Party Bush. We'll see if they're going to try to re-engage. Oh, that Varian falling. But that boss is dealing a ton of damage to Kel'Thas, and Anubrak is able to take it.
Anubrak is on it.
That Ragnaros is getting really low. Silence from Malfurion. But Party Bush is able to pick it up, and now Malfurion is in a bad spot, looking to get chased down by from that ETC and Rhaegar. I do not like Artanis going in there.
Party Bush, just go to the shrines, win the game. No reason to stick out any longer. Go to the shrines, win the game against Trog Squad.
Yeah, that was a very, very ballsy boss call by Trog Squad. I think I would have liked to see them try to just contest the shrines instead of going there.
Yeah, and I even think, even with this, they win the game, Party Bush does. I think the right move, you just stay on the shrine and win the game. One shrine wins you the game.
I agree, and you could have even split, had them on both, and then whichever one they collapse on, you still have the other.
Yeah, so that was surprising to see that happen. What's crazy is I definitely think the team comp was way better for Trog Squad. Or not the team comp, but the talent choices that made their team comp good. I think Ragnaros going Lava Wave was a mistake still. Like we didn't see any value from Lava Wave, like at all. Sulfurous Smash would have been so many times where there's 4 of them stacked up, and Sulfurous Smash would go. I think what happened is Trog Squad was trying to focus down Ragnaros, and you can't focus down Ragnaros with Rhaegar giving him a cleanse, an ancestral, and him queuing your whole team because you're all in melee range.
Yep, especially with that increased healing on his Q.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that. He's got the increased healing and he has the cooldown reduction when he hits 2 enemies, which he's hitting. So I think it was a big misstep for them to be focused down Rag. I think that web wrap you put on Rag, and they were winning those fights early on where they were web wrapping Ragnaros, and then they were jumping on KT, or they were jumping on Rhaegar, or they were jumping on ETC. I think those were much better targets than trying to web wrap KT and blow up Ragnaros.
I completely agree.
Yeah, and I think that was the misstep, is that. And I think Jaina not taking Ice Block at 20 is probably also a slight mistake for Trog Squad. But I mean, hey, Party Bush, you guys lost that first game. It looked really dire. You guys, they beat you pretty good, and then you come back and just show these next two games how well you played and what you can do with your heroes. So I'm glad. And Ragnarok's got a little redemption there, getting going Q build and totally annihilating with that Q build. So
Yep, just pick Sulfurous Smash next time.
yeah, pick Sulfurous Smash and you'll be set. So if you had to pick an MVP, Nick, who would you pick for this game?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Artanis though. He was just on point with those swaps, able to get so many pickoffs, and he was also able to bring a ton of hero damage, actually topping his team's charts in hero damage.
Yeah, I think Artanis was absolutely on fire. His swaps, his picks, his kills, all of his stuff was just insanely good. He just did such a great job swapping going in the middle of them, swapping mouth, being able to pick off, chasing down KT. Like KT's running for, or not KT, chasing down Jaina and Falstad. They're running for their life, and he's like, yeah, just chasing them. So really good job by Artanis. So Twinkie Talon definitely gets the MVP from me also. Oh, a Lava Wave was apparently a misclick.
That makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, that does make you feel better. I think Sulfur Smash would have been much better. I had a misclick yesterday, so no worries. We hear it. So, great game, great series. And I'm happy that it went so well and it was really fun watching. So, good stuff. And if you guys like what you see, we try to cast as much as possible. So go ahead and put us in to apply to cast what you're doing. And if you really like what you see, go ahead and hit that follow button. Give us some more followers, and hopefully we could bring you more and even better content in the future. Every video we do will be VODed on Twitch here. And also we will upload it on our YouTube channel, which is at Heroes of the Frat on YouTube. So both of those places you can find these games.
Yep, and that is, in fact, all we have for tonight. Are you going to be able to stick around and play some Team League tonight, Cody?
You want it? Yeah, let's do it. Let's run a game or two. Do we have anyone else on? We can run a game or two, just us. I mean, it's our last day. I'm definitely not going to get Master, but why not just play one or two before the new hero and all the changes tomorrow?
Yep. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in here. Feel free to give us a follow. And have a nice day. That's all we have for you. We'll be restarting this stream for a couple games of Team League here. So thank